Beat him senseless.
You and me and you, we gonna throw down. That's right, we gonna get serious.
You can run, but you can't hide.
It's time for the Fuller Broadcast with your host, Jeff.
Welcome to the Fuller Broadcast, 24/7 sports news, live interviews, and mania coverage. I interview Bkfc fighters, MMA, UFC, street beefs, any fighters in the combat sports. I interview you guys to get on my show. Tell me your story about your past, present, future, what's going on in your life. If you want to be on my show, just message me and I'll give you a date and time. But right now, it's time to talk Bkfc with Chris. All right. Hey, Chris.
What's up, man? I have an eyelash right when you went live. An eyelash goes into my eyeball. This is good.
Maybe I blew it through the camera or something and got in your eye, man.
Yeah, you're good luck. You're good luck.
Hey,
What's
man.
Up, man?
I appreciate you being on my show, man, coming back after the last talk about your training and everything going on with your next fight. So give us a little detail from what happened from your last fight and what's happening now.
Well, if anyone that saw it, it was my first loss in my pro career. But some things, are, come as a blessing in disguise. That certainly was. I had lost a fight in 7 years since the amateurs. I went 7 years without losing and needed a wake-up call. It was good. Didn't take any injuries, bounced straight up and, got back home, got right back to work. But it was, it's a hard pill to swallow. No one likes losing, but you don't learn when you win, You only can learn from a loss, and I've learned quite a bit from this one. It was very educational, that's for sure. So in the 14 months I've been with this promotion, I've gotten the whole spectrum of every kind of experience you could have. But it was good though. It was good. It's what I needed.
Yeah. That's what I was going to discuss on this show is like how you dealt with the loss, and it was like everybody seeing you going in there and seeing this fight being a win for you, but a lot of expectation from it. You get shocked, lose one, you win all. It's so how are you going to come back from this lose? And are you going to get a rematch, or are you going to move on to the next fight and build on from that loss?
Oh yeah, I mean it's only right that I go knock out whoever they put in front of me and work my way back. But we will meet again. We will meet again. I feel that, that's just let nature take its place. And, I know the process. I know how it works. He landed a good shot, and forgive me because I do have something in my eye. It's just my luck. But, this isn't boxing. This isn't MMA. This isn't kickboxing. Certainly not jiu-jitsu. It's bare knuckle boxing in the heavyweight division. You can't afford to take one shot. And that's what happened was, I had a game plan. We won the first round, and everything was going good. One split second, I fell off my game plan and got sidetracked, and he caught me. And, all the credit to him. It was a good shot for a big man. He threw, it was one jab, startled me. And then two more followed up with a cross. And I've never gone down from a punch in my entire life. 14 years I've been doing this. I've never had standing 8 count. I've never gone down, taken a knee, nothing from a punch. I always prided myself in my chin. But, that's boxing and MMA. This is bare knuckle. And it's a whole different beast. And so you can only figure that out one way. I can tell you till I'm blue in the face, whoever gets the first good shot wins, and I believe you, but you have to experience it to really learn it. And then go back to training, knowing that, and make the proper changes and assess, look at the situation and see what you need to do to upgrade. And that's what I'm doing, man. I'm changing everything. Everything's already been flipped. It's good. Yeah. We will meet again. We will meet again. I will throw out there. I'm not one to defend myself when I know, I'm in the right. But, the antics after and the shouting in the ring, he was talking about my family. I couldn't tell you if he's, what he has for a family. I've never said a thing. I would never, talk about someone's family, because I know if someone talked about my family, it'd be a serious situation. And, I started that whole, camp, and once we knew it was him, with respect. And I was just, his interviews, he was just so rude, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to. I know you have to sell a fight, but you don't have to be disrespectful, and say the things, that he did. And so when people see me at weigh-ins and they see me talking, that was the first real talking that had ever been done. I had talked with a good friend of mine, after his first or second interview, and I was heated up, and I did. I called Josh, left a voicemail. It wasn't a friendly one, and I'm human, and that was the end of it right there. After that, I realized, you can't perform with tension. You got to let the tension go, and I didn't want to go through camp, spitting venom, and so I did, and I was at weigh-ins. Once I finally got to see him, I ripped my mask off, and all you hear me saying is, "You don't scare me, Josh. You don't scare me," and he doesn't scare me. You watch that fight. I came out to kill to the last second, and that's how I'll be every single fight. I come every second. I'm coming to take your head, unless you take mine first, and he did that night. So it's squashed in the fact that we competed, and he won, but it ain't over. It ain't over at all. If it was over, he wouldn't have my name in his mouth, and he continues to. So, and all the power to him, because I'm a different kind of cat that you can't get under my skin. And if I don't like you, I don't want you anywhere near my skin to begin with. So it's all just promoting me. So it's all good. We won't meet again now, and it's gonna be good. Yeah.
Well, I hope you could get back in that ring and get back that win that, you worked hard, you trained so hard for this fight. And like I told most of the fighters, it could be one person making one mistake and it ends your fight right there. So like I see you come back from all if you make a mistake, you come back, you regroup in your camp, the mistakes you have. So how is that doing for you since your last I talked to you from I believe you were at a campground training. Is your training
awesome.
staying? Yep. Big Bear. I think
Yep. That was awesome. That was a fun podcast we did by the campfire. We were, my coach, we were a few weeks out from Bkfc 11, and he took me out to some campsite remote. He didn't even tell me where we were going, and just to get away from everything. And I live in a small town, and the amount of love and support is unreal. I'm the only licensed bare knuckle boxer in New England, and first one since John Sullivan's from Boston, but it was quite a while ago, and I have quite the following and so much support up here. I love it. I love it all, but it can be a little much, once you start getting closer to a fight. And so he took me out there, and it was a fun podcast. Basically the changes that are being made are I need more sparring. I've always made sure to get some sparring in, but I live way up in the mountains, northern Maine, and we're down East Maine technically, but far away from everything. And I don't have it, sparring up here. I have to travel. I have to go down to Portland or Boston, and guys like Ras Hilton, Zach Comas, Tracy Johnson, those guys, awesome pros. Zach was actually just at the tryouts in Tampa trying to get into BKFC. I hope he does. But those are the changes I'm making. Is I've been doing this 14 years, 12 of it boxing, and the last gym I was at, Cut Nose Boxing in Lewiston, Maine. It's a war gym. It's hard sparring every night. If you want to spar 5 nights a week, you can. I don't recommend that, but it's a sparring gym for sure. So it was the drastic opposite of what I have up here. And so I'm actually within the next week or two, hopefully week, we'll be heading down to Puerto Rico with Elvin Brito, helping him finish his camp and jump starting my camp. And that's the first big change is Puerto Rico is a den for fighters. Everyone can throw hands down in Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of amazing gyms, good coaches down there. And not going permanently. This is my home here, but going down to get a reset I can cut weight easily down there because it's 100 degrees every day, and I'm used to the blizzard up here. So I'll be able to sweat off some pounds, get run in the mountains with Elvin, and get some serious sparring in. And then after Puerto Rico, it's most likely going to be Mississippi. My brother there, Bobo O'Bannon, get some. We're going to make sure we get some serious rounds and trial and error. And yeah, like you were saying earlier, it's about laser-like focus. You can afford in boxing. You know, you look at the end of a professional 12-round boxing match. Some of these guys in the smaller divisions throwing over 1,000 punches, 800 punches landed. There's no 800 punches being landed, in bare knuckle. You have to have laser-like focus every second while you're in serious combat with another grown man, and that's not easy. That's hard to do. You lose it for 1 second, and that can be your head. So, I learned the hard way, but I swallowed that pill, and I came out on the other end, and it's dangerous. It's the only thing I can say. It's the first time I can't put into words. I've always been able to come up with a metaphor for what you're going to see in my next fight, or some kind of. I don't have it for this one. It's like I can feel. I know what I need to do, and it's going to be violent. It's going to be. I'm going back to the old me, and we got a little bit away from that. It's going to be something. That's for sure. It's going to be primal, and I'm not wasting any friggin' time. I mean to swear in your show, but
that's fine.
We're shooting for April. We're shooting for April right now. We're putting all our eggs in that basket. You know how this thing goes. Things can change every second, but shooting for April. And so far, when I put my energy and all my effort into something, seems to work out. So yeah, you'll be seeing me soon. Either way, though, I got everyone in their aunt trying to fight me online and stuff like that. So it shouldn't be hard finding me an opponent. I'd fight an elephant right now, but you gotta let me work. I'm not made to go be a mailman or flip burgers or type on it. I'm built and trained 24/7 to, destroy another human being, and you can't have me sit idle. It's not good.
So you'll see a lot of us are going to be watching you, and like me, you got my full support. I've been watching you from day one since I met you. So
Thank you.
I want to give a shout out real quick. Your buddies here, Brito, is that the GOAT? And
Elvin Brito.
Yeah, he's on here right now.
AKA the GOAT. He yes, Elvin. He's like a brother to me, man. He's that dude's got such a big heart and such a talented fighter. We met at Bkfc 11. I went down to Puerto Rico, and this summer, and I can't wait to get back there, man. He's one hell of a fighter. BKFC's lucky to have. Excuse my chocolate milk. It's an addiction. Seriously.
I was sitting there thinking, wait a minute, is that chocolate milk he's drinking? But that's okay. That's good for you too, man.
It is in proportion. Yeah.
So
but I can't wait.
So from here until your next fight, I know we're not going to see much of you because you're going to be training really hard, getting ready for your next fight, whenever it's going to be March or April. What are we going to expect more out of you in 2021? I want to see a strap around that waist of yours. So hopefully that will come true this year.
Absolutely. Did I cut out? Can you still hear me? My screen.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I appreciate that, man. I'm not here to play around and just be a pro fighter and take fights as they come. And I'm here for a purpose. We're ranked 6th in the world right now, heavyweight, 5th in the world at light heavyweight. In the world. There's no backing out. There's no, okay, I'm happy with number 5. It's like, well, there's 7.5 billion people in the world. If I'm number 5 at something, I'm at least going to shoot for number 1. And, 2021 is going to be, as long as they keep me active, man, it's going to be some violent shit. It's going to be some violent shit. There's no wasting time. Last fight, you got me. I have no problem saying that. I'm a technical fighter, and that was a beautiful combination. Won't happen again. Will not happen again. One thing about me is you get me once, okay, you'll never get me a second time, because I will toss and turn and I will figure out that puzzle. And we will meet again. So you're going to see some serious action. Not that I ever waste time. When every fight you've seen me in there, I get right to it. That's how I go. But there's going to be a whole new incentive right now, and my goal is to get Dave Feldman to jump out of his chair like he did for Quentin Henry and Chris Leben. Veins bulging on his neck, screaming. He got me. I was amped up, and then he got me twice as amped. So that's my goal, and I have all the faith it's going to be a good year, man.
That's true.
My
So
screen's completely lagged up, but if you say we're good, then I'll just keep talking.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good. So
Okay.
with your so speaking of the fights, what did you think about? I've seen it, but before we get ready to get off here, with the Britt and Paige fight, I seen you in the background when I was watching the fight, seeing you jumping up and down, man. I was like, now who was that guy? And I kept zooming in. I was like, that's Chris. So how did it feel to watch somebody that you're close to and part of your gang win that fight?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. She did everything that she was supposed to. It couldn't have been a better performance. She stayed busy. Every time that Paige landed something on her, she didn't even bat an eye. She came back with 3 more. It was pressure the whole time, overwhelming Paige. Paige even admitted it took her 4 rounds to get her bearings. And, I had all the faith that that's how it was going to go. Britain's such a talented fighter. And, this game, this is a hard game to play, and you got to be a tough individual. You got to be a certain breed, cut from a certain cloth to even want to step into the squared circle, let alone be successful at it. And, I had all the faith that she went out there and she stuck to her game plan. It was going to be an upset. I just got my voice back like 2 days ago. I have the voice I sound like Sam Elliott from Roadhouse for like 4 days there. It was horrible, but it was worth it. It was I'm very happy for her. She deserved it. She's a great girl. And I don't know Paige personally, and as I've learned in this game, you can't really take anything personal. You can't. This isn't the sport to allow emotions to get involved. Like I said, you can't perform with tension, and it's always going to be there. Though we're fighting, So Some people are going to be better at it than others. Keeping a poker face and being professional, and it was just pure entertainment. What a beautiful night! Everyone did great. But yeah, I was very happy to see that, and yeah, man, she's a happy girl. She deserves it. But what? One fight that did excite me is John McAllister. I can't pronounce his opponent's name, but John was my debut fight, and that's the other thing with me is I'm friends with almost everyone. I think my last opponent's the only one that doesn't want to be friends or has some chip on his shoulder, but I'm friends with everyone I fought. I keep in contact with most all of them, and John McAllister is like a great guy. It sucks that my portfolio is all first round knockouts, so it's a matter of minutes, my pro career. So if I want to share anything, I'm usually sharing footage of me knocking out one of my friends. Excuse me. And so that, I think that may rub some people the wrong way, but you got to promote yourself, and there's only so much footage on you if you're knocking people out. So, I obviously I got nothing but love for John. I wanted to see him win so bad. And I was down there with a buddy of mine, and we were rooting for him hard. And he said he heard me the whole fight. He could hear me screaming, and he did so good. That was the best round. That first round of that fight, that was the best round I think of his entire bare knuckle career, at least from everything I've seen. The guy's got a lot to be proud of, absolutely. And he's a great character. I see why Bkfc keeps him busy. So yeah, but everyone did great. Quentin Henry, you felt that one in your chest. I was right this far away when he was screaming about his eye, and he got up, and it was like full Braveheart, just commitment, and blasting the uppercuts. Oh man, it's giving me goosebumps talking about it. It was I love fights, man. I love fights. People want to call me a fanboy. It's like, you're damn right. I'm the biggest cheerleader in there. I love to fight. I love watching fights. I like being friends with fighters. And in Knucklemania, man, what a success for the promotion. I was happy for everybody. I was happy for my bosses, that I know they were happy. I was happy for all the fighters. Everyone fought their heart out that night. Got Taylor. What a bloody, brutal fight.
Yeah,
Two gladiators right there.
Yeah, that was brutal. That right there, that fight shocked me. I didn't think that fight would be go that close and be that bloody. And man, it shocked me. I was like, whoa. So it was it was a good fight though.
When you're watching a fight in your living room and you're like, man, I wish I could have seen that one live. That was like every fight on that card. I'm watching it live and it's like, I know this must look good from TV, because it was extra special, but everyone got me amped, Drew was the first fight and dude fought his heart out, and I like seeing, because when you're in there, you can kind of sense at all times there's this red line. Do you want to cross it? I'm hopping over that thing before the fight even starts. But you can feel it, it's the red zone, danger zone. It was like everyone, the second they say knuckle up, they were off that line. They just, leave on their shield or leave with that bitch held high. I'm proud to be a part of this promotion. I really am. It's not like any other promotion out there, and it's like a family. We're all a little crazy, and so I feel right at home.
So with this, the last question I want to ask you about this. With me, I see bare knuckle fighting growing really big. It's going to be huge. And now that they're bringing in, I believe they say they're bringing Shag in, and he's going to be helping out a little bit more. Yeah. Shaquille O'Neal. No, for I think help promoting, I guess.
I was going to say, damn, I want that fight.
No, you don't want to fight Shag, man. I wouldn't want to fight him.
I don't know if I could reach his head. That's a big man. That's a big man. Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah. No, this promotion is, and don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to kiss anyone's ass when I say this, but Dave Feldman is a smart individual, and Dave and Nate, whatever they're doing, keep doing it, because they're taking gambles, they're taking risks, they're signing big names. And it's work, it's building. Everyone wants to see this, and yep. I do it all. I started off in MMA, then went to boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. I have years of doing it all. I love it all. There's nothing like a bare knuckle fight. You can't compare it to anything else. I don't care how hard you try. You cannot compare bare knuckle to any other combat sport. It's its own thing, and it's translating well. If you look at history, ancient Rome, the gladiator days, they were killing each other. They were having animals. They were killing animals killing people. They brought animals in because everyone got bored with just the gladiators killing one another. That got boring and old. So then they started bringing in the animals, and it's like, that was thousands of years ago. I'm not by any means promoting that, but to show human nature. Bare knuckles, it's the closest thing to modern day gladiators that there is, and it's translating well because every day there's more people. I'll be walking through Walmart and I've had I don't mean any offense, but like 80-year-old grandma come up and like knows who I am and watches all my fights, and it's like, I shit you not, it's like, holy moly, it's only going to keep growing. Something like that doesn't just stop abruptly. It just snowballs and turns into something, powerful. So crazy to think where it'll be in 10 years from now. I'm just happy that I got in when I did, and, ground level, and that I could be a part of this thing, man. So exciting. Yeah.
All right. So before I ask this last question, somebody just told me he's going to be in a investor. Invest into the company, so that's what he's going to be doing.
Oh, what now? Say that again.
Yeah, Shag is investing in the company.
Okay. Oh, Shag. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to be invested in the company. Okay, I see. Yeah. I didn't know what he was going to be doing with the company. So,
hey, anything Shaq's got his hand in is doing okay, I'd say. So, It's that's awesome. Awesome to have that kind of that kind of traffic coming to the events. When everyone's I'm watching the fights and it's like Shaq's coming. And it's just like Moses parts the Red Sea. Everyone
Yeah.
makes one big man, but no, he earned that. He's a legend. So it's only going to you're only going to see more, more celebrities showing up and stuff. It's everyone likes a good fist fight, man. Whether you admit it or not, everyone likes it,
So
or maybe
before
it's me.
before we get you off here, before we tell you, you can say to the fans or to your sponsor and stuff, I want to say personally, man, I love your fights. I love how you get in there, you go at it, your training. I will be watching you every step of the way, and I'm going to see more of those medals up on your wall right there, and getting that strap in your weight class. So that's what I want to see, and hopefully, with everything you put into it, that's what we're going to see. So
you get out of it what you put in, but I appreciate that, man. And I gotta say, I appreciate you having me on here, and I like your consistency. You have stayed steadily at this. I don't know, it was last June, I think, that we had that podcast. And every day I turn on my phone, Jeff Fuller, sharing things and staying busy, and that's awesome, man. That's a great quality for success right there. And and you're growing. I turned my phone on today. Everyone's got your T-shirt. I was like, that's some good timing. Everyone. I was like, where's my damn shirt? No, I'm just joking. But no, sincerely, I appreciate you saying that, man. Thank you. And I promise I'll always fight my heart out. I will go out there and I will fight to the death. That's just that's what gets me excited. When you see me walking out there, I'm not a bully. I'm not even thinking of anything bad towards my opponent. I'm channeling shit. I'm channeling pain, and with me, it makes me intense looking, I guess. I never know until I watch the footage later. But I can tell you it's sincere, it's genuine. I leave it all on the line because I know it entertains you guys, and it's the closest feeling to death out there. It's the most alive you'll ever feel. So I promise you, once I get back in there, it's gonna be another good one. It's gonna be another good one. These babies they're cold. It's good, man. I'm like a fight dog. You need to feed me puppies every week.
well, I can't wait to see that. So what would you like to say to your fans and sponsors before we get off here?
Sure. First of all, thank you everyone for the love and support. It's insane. It's every day from all around the world. People reach out to me, and it's just I'm honored I'm able to entertain all of you guys, and I promise I'll continue doing that. Doing the damn thing, going out there and going to war. But I couldn't do this if it wasn't for all the support. Because it's not all rainbows and butterflies. There are days that I'm human. There are bad days, and every time they come, I'll turn my phone on. I'll get a message in my inbox, comments of people just love and support, and it always gets me up off my ass to the gym every time. I wish I could go down the list, but it's a long one. It fills my heart. And as for sponsors, Rev Gear, Wilkinson Title Agency, EMS, Mold Irrigation. We have So Right, which we just signed a new endorsement deal with. We're working on a number of things right now. It's pretty exciting. Patriot Homes here in town. These guys have been with me since the beginning, and they are a part of this journey. They keep me, I'm able to train full time. And they make sure that doesn't go smoothly, but they make sure that I don't go without. That we can make this happen, and it means the world to me. Makotech mouth guards for keeping my beautiful teeth nice and straight. Miriam, you're great, and I need to get a new mouth guard from you. Mine's getting worn out. Rude Clothing, Julian from Rude. Another one. It's been there since the beginning, man. Massive support. I love Julian. He's a good dude. But yeah, Rev Gear again, Mike Stone and Rev Gear, they have shown me so much love throughout my career. It's amazing, man. It means the world to me because I've been wearing Rev Gear since I was a kid, and to think that someday that I'd be on their team, it means a lot to me, and I will fight to the death for that. And we just signed a new deal with Life Aid Fit Aid Energy Drinks. I'm the first fighter from bare knuckle to be signed with a company of this caliber, massive company. But the drink, it's amazing. No sugar, no caffeine, no sodium. It's all good stuff. Pre-workout, post-workout, and I drink them all day, every day, and I couldn't be happier. So forgive me if I'm forgetting anyone. I didn't make a list. This is the first podcast I've done in months, man, and I'm glad that I was able to do it with you. So, and again, Bare Knuckle FC, Dave Feldman, Nate Shook, Katie, and my management, Vince Anderson, if you're watching, and Scott. I love you guys, all my friends in this sport, and everyone that makes this possible. Thank you. I will fight for that. I promise you that. Stay tuned. April, we're shooting for April. There will be bloodshed for sure. They don't give these babies away, so yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
So before we get off here, there's one guy just popped on real quick before we sign off. Anthony Cruz wants me to ask Chris about the Tiger.
Anthony the Tiger?
Yep.
Well, what about the Tiger?
And ask Chris about the Tiger. That's all I know. Anthony Cruz.
What's up, Anthony? Forgive me, man. I'm a little tired. I'm not sure what Tiger you're talking about.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah.
All right. So, guys, I appreciate Chris being on my show, Pro Fighter from Bkfc. You're going to see a lot more of him. You're going to see more medals back there, and you will see that strap on it around that waist. So, continue your good training, man. I've been watching you, and every step of the way, good luck with the training. Enjoy Puerto Rico with the GOAT, and look, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being on the full broadcast.
Thank you, Jeff. Hey, send me one of them shirts. I'd love to represent, buddy.
All right, send me your address. All right, man.
I will.
All right, guys, you heard from Chris Sarro from Bkfc, Pro Fighter. He's battling back from the loss from last fight, and hopefully, he's going blank here in the next couple of weeks. He's going to start training, getting ready for his fight in maybe March or April. He's shooting for April, so keep an eye on him and wish him the best. Keep grinding, man. You got this. Keep your eyes on the prize. So everybody, let's thank my sponsors that are helping me on my show today. We got Unique Crafts by Evelyn Washington, personalized crafts and gifts. If you guys want anything that made for birthdays, Christmas, anything with your wife's name, your husband, your kid's name, she makes shirts, hats, you name it. So if you guys look back here on my background, you will see the stuff she makes. Handkerchiefs, you got napkins, you have wine glass, you got the beer mug, and my coffee mug, which I have every day in the morning, which is in the kitchen. Cool to wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee with the full broadcast. And also, you make a flag. You see up here, you can make a flag, hang it on your car, whatever you guys need to do. And also, I want to thank D&D Baits, which makes custom baits. If you guys get his email, whatever, if you look up here on the right-hand corner side, you will see his thing up there, D&D Baits. Look up on their website. They got some great fish. They got glow-in-the-dark fish. They got candy baits. You name it. The baits that you guys really wanted for the future is here. So contact him today and find out. All right, so now we got Steve Tyson, the Hitman. He's been helping me over a year now, getting me fighters on my show, helping a lot of fighters out there, getting their names out there, more exposure. Anything stories they want to tell, he's there. Thank you very much, Steve Tyson, for your help. Hope to see you soon, bro. All right, guys, that's it from the full broadcast show. Let me get this off here, okay? So if you guys want some interviews, tell your story, your fights, or anything coming up, message me today. I'll make a date and time for you guys. And hope you guys enjoyed the show with Chris. Have a good night from the Fuller Broadcast Show, 24/7 sports news and live interviews. Have a good night.